Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Journeys review series. Today we're going to be talking about episode 41, which was a two-part episode similar to the Magikarp Jump episode, so I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to start by saying I didn't really enjoy this episode all that much. I guess it was cool that they went for another two-parter, but it wasn't anywhere near as enjoyable as the first two-parter they did, so I'm hoping we don't get any more two-parters from now on. But this review is going to be pretty short because there's not a whole lot to talk about. The first part of the episode was all about Team Rocket in their base, and Meowth was sick for some reason. It was never explained how he got sick, but because he was out of action, Jessie and James were worried about how they were going to understand Pikachu, because Meowth usually translates for the Pokemon, but without him they can't, so they tried to dub Pikachu for themselves from a bunch of random recordings that Wobbuffet had, which was a bit weird that they had these. But the moments were pretty funny. Jessie and James both had a go at understanding Pikachu and they both failed. James's translating was more of a kind-hearted one, while Jessie's was Pikachu having a go at Ash, which we all know wouldn't happen. But overall this part was just boring for me. I didn't really enjoy it all that much. It was cool seeing that Morpeko is still hanging around at the end, but that's it really. Next up was the second half of the episode, which I definitely enjoyed much more than the first part, but it still wasn't that enjoyable. Ash and Go came across a random Marshtomp buried in the ground, with half of its face sticking out. God knows how it got there, but they were trying to find a way to get it unstuck. I liked how they kept trying different things and they weren't working, like Go trying to capture it, Ash trying to pour the water from the leaf onto it and tripping over was pretty funny. I mean, that probably could have worked if they just tried again and not fell over. But in the end, Ludicolo shows up and there was another funny moment where they wanted it to use Rain Dance, but he ends up using Sunny Day instead, which just makes things worse. But in the end he realises what to do, uses Rain Dance and it helps out the Marshtomp, and then in typical Ludicolo fashion pulling it out of the mud and he starts dancing with it afterwards, which was cool. This was a decent half, but I felt like it would have worked so much better as an episode if the whole episode was just about the Marshtomp and Ludicolo, rather than having a two-parter with an uninteresting Team Rocket stuff. The Marshtomp part gave me Snorlax vibes from the original series as well, where Ash had to find a way to move it. But overall this episode just wasn't that interesting. It was the most filler episode we've gotten so far in Journeys by a mile. Definitely enjoyed the second half a lot better than the first half, but overall this episode gets a 4 out of 10. Yikes. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Did you enjoy it? What would you rate it out of 10? Bear in mind it is just a filler episode, but thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you did enjoy, and I'll see you next time.